So would you say now, you know, you said the national secretary of the party has a case with the EFCC. Would you say that was used as a bargaining chip to get hold of him?
Well, I cannot say specifically, but I'm telling you what their feeling are. That is a coalition. That was their feeling, okay? That he has a pending case. And it's a very serious case for a former president to write and say that there was an act of forgery, that the Federal Executive Council did not approve what he has awarded. And it's the federal government that is prosecuting him. It is not SDP or any individual. And the case is still ongoing. That is their own reservation, you know, the coalition, and so on and so forth.
But I want to ask you this now directly. You know, when you started, you said you did not fire the first shot. You also apologized to the supporters of the SDP. Who is responsible for the crisis in the SDP now? Opposition parties will always point fingers to the Tinubu-led federal government, the APC. In your own case now, is it a self-inflicted crisis? Is it the APC? Or is it members of the ADC coalition that failed in fusing into your party?
Both play a role, but let me tell you, the biggest cause of this is the National Secretary. He raised serious allegations against me.
Allegations of financial misconduct and disloyalty.
And well, I don't know what he means by disloyalty. At the point he was chairman of the party, I was his secretary. I was the secretary to one of our respected elders, Chief Olufalaye. I was also the national secretary to Professor Tunde Adeniran. I was also his own secretary. I stood by him 100%. By then, there was no this issue of his EFCC case, you know. So he wrote that petition. He wrote a petition to the Inspector General of Police about financial mismanagement or fraudulent and so on and so forth. And that was the only time I went on air. I was on channels, I was on Arise, and I authorized the investigation of the account completely. Because that account is the only account we have. We operated that account. If you are buying broom, the expenditure goes through the account. I don't raise memos for expenditures. It's the department that comes up with what they want. So he wrote that petition. The petition is with the police. And of course, they use that as a yardstick to smuggle in people into the NWC. There was no NWC that admitted people into the leadership position. And INEC have acknowledged that. When they wrote to INEC, without my own signature, the National Secretary wrote to INEC. And INEC responded back that it did not follow the due process.
Yeah, I've seen a copy of that letter. I also saw a copy of a letter, INEC's response to the Commissioner of Police, you know, asking who are the members of the NWC of the party. That was dated August this year.
That is the most interesting part. I wasn't even in the country when it happened. I was out of Nigeria. When the crisis continued, people that were in the same group, they split it. They had issues. Some of them were rebellious. They went and had a so-called NEC meeting. In that NEC meeting, they suspended all NWC members, also suspended the National Secretary, and they declared position to themselves. Okay? As a result of that, there was fracas. They went to the office, police came and arrested them. And some of them were taken to Kuje prison, some of them to Kefi prison, some of them to Suleja prison. The case is still ongoing in the court. You know, it was a serious issue. And of course, the office became center of gravity of deploying trucks to create crisis and chaos. So for that reason, police were deployed. I did not write to the police. It's the same National Secretary that wrote to the police and asked them to come to the Secretariat.
All right, then. Just please hold your thoughts a bit.